everyone, my name is Whitney. I am a registered nurse, and today I'm going to tell you 4 things that I loved about my ABSN program experience. And let's just get straight to it. Well, first things first, what in the world is an ABSN program? So an ABSN program stands for Accelerated Bachelor of Science in Nursing. So essentially, an ABSN program is designed for people who already have their bachelor's degree in a different field, and they now want to get their bachelor's degree in nursing. And it provides an accelerated way for them to do that. Typically, what I've seen is programs that range from 12 to like 18-ish months. Usually, I see in that type of range. And all you have to do is you have to have your bachelor's degree and just meet the prerequisites. And for me, luckily, I already had a degree in sports medicine. And so a lot of my classes already lined up. I just had to take a few extra classes, like an extra biology class, a sociology class, and like a nutrition class, and I was good to go. But anyways, the first reason why I loved my ABSN program experience in particular is that I loved the layout. I loved the way the program was set up. I know I mentioned that some programs can be as short as 12 months, but for me, I do not like drinking from a water hose. When I learn, I like to really just take it in and process it and just like absorb it. And I feel like that 12 months would not be enough time for me to learn a whole new field, a whole nursing curriculum. So when I was looking, I immediately X'd out all of the 12-month programs because it was too fast for me. But I also didn't want to be in like a 22-month program. I didn't want to be, spending 2 whole extra years after I literally just graduated. So I literally got my sports medicine degree in May of 2019, and I immediately went to my ABSN program in like August of 2019. So what I loved about the setup of my program is that I felt like it was just a perfect time length. It was a 15-month program, and it was divided into 4 semesters. So it was fall, spring, summer, fall. And I honestly felt like that was very reasonable. It was just enough time to short enough to really push you and you gotta push to learn, but it also wasn't super, super fast where I felt like I just was being blasted by a fire hydrant and with no time to even drink, So I appreciated that a lot. And that's the first thing that I liked about it. And then each semester, that fall, spring, summer, fall, I feel like you just felt yourself grow with each new semester. I feel like you were it kind of felt like I was a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior again. And it was a great program design. So I loved that. And I appreciated that a lot about the program. Very reasonable. The second thing, though, that I loved about my ABSN program experience is that I loved that you just hop straight into the nursing, because again, it's accelerated and it's also a second bachelor's degree. So you've already had a bachelor's degree before, you've already had all those, prerequisites, all the English and the math and the history and the stuff that I really didn't go to school for. I didn't sign up for history, I signed up for nursing. So it was really cool to be able to just hop straight to the nursing. I think my very first semester, my classes were literally pharmacology, pathophysiology, med-surg 1, nursing assessment, nursing skills, and it was just so dope to be able to just every single day, I'm learning exactly what I want to learn about. I'm learning exactly what it is that I'll be using inside of my field. It was so interesting to me. Every single day I came to class, I was just excited just to learn and see what I was going to, learn next. That was my second favorite part about it. You just get straight to the nursing. But anyways, the third reason why I loved my ABSN program experience, it's actually kind of bittersweet. So let me just give you a quick backstory. So I had originally got my bachelor's degree in sports medicine, and that degree, the tuition completely paid for. I had an academic scholarship that covered every single penny of my tuition. And it's bittersweet because if I would have only known that I wanted to be a nurse from the first place, my school, they had a nursing program. And I'm sure I could have got in. But no, I just thought, I want to be a physical therapist, sports medicine, I love, NFL trainer. My student loan debt would be this big. All I had to pay for was, room and board. That's it. But no, everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. So that's the bitter part. But the sweet part is that nursing, I feel like with my nursing program, I was so serious. I was focused. Like, I feel like, especially like a nursing curriculum itself takes so much focus and effort, especially because you're not just, studying to get good grades to like get into a grad school. With my sports medicine degree, I'm just like, okay, I just have to make sure I get good grades so that I can get into a doctorate, a physical therapy program, so I could be a physical therapist, right? But with nursing, it's like you're studying, everything you're studying is for your career, like right when you graduate, and you're studying, all the material you're studying is so you could take a test that decides whether or not you get to be a registered nurse, like the NCLEX. So it's like you really, really have to have a lot of focus. So for me, the sweet part though was that because I had already, had my whole undergraduate experience, had my 4-year college experience, like I was really only at this school to learn. That is it. It was a satellite campus. It wasn't even on the main campus. It was just totally I was only worried about nursing. That's the only thing I was worried about. So that was nice because in college and undergrad, I had so much fun. Not like, I wasn't like wilding out, like, nothing like that. But it's like, I got to have that full, 4-year college experience. Like, I'm from California and, I went out of state. I moved across the country. I was in Washington, D.C., in this big city. I was at Howard University. I was like, it was like so many things to do and stuff to see, going to the monuments and then, going to the basketball games and the football games and the different parties and the different events. And then, just the fun thing. I did all the things. So it was just really cool to have been able to enjoy that to the fullest and not have to decide between like, okay, am I gonna study for this med-surg test or am I gonna go to the stomach fight? Am I gonna practice for the skills checkoff or am I gonna go to this basketball game that everybody's at, or am I going to, study for this farm test, or am I gonna go to this, homecoming event? Like, it was nice not having to like try to split my focus between really enjoying my college experience and like, studying for my NCLEX or studying to, be a nurse. But granted, I mean, I still did study for my sports medicine degree, of course, summa cum laude, so I wasn't just totally irresponsible, but I just feel like the like reverence I had for nursing was just so high, like at least in my ABSN program, that I don't know if I would have had that same level of focus in my first undergraduate degree. So I really just appreciate that about my ABSN program experience, is that I didn't have to like try to split those focuses. Like the fun was done, fun was had. It was like business time. It was like go time. It was, do or die when I was in my ABSN program. Like that focus is what I needed, and that took a lot of stress off of me too, because by the time it was time to take my NCLEX, I felt ready. Like I felt my program prepared me so well. I felt like my focus was just at such a high level that like I wasn't intimidated by it, by that, because I just knew how much focus I had already had and put into it, that, I was able to take my NCLEX. I studied for it, of course, after I graduated from my program, but like, it was kind of like brushing up on my knowledge, and then I went in and I passed my NCLEX in 75 questions, which is the minimum questions, and I was really proud of that. And I was just, I felt well prepared. And I don't know if I would have had that same experience if I had got my nursing degree, my BSN, and my 4-year degree. Yeah. So anyways, that actually ties into my 4th reason that I loved my ABSN experience. And that was just the level of just like maturity and focus that I was surrounded by in this program. Mind you, I had decided that I wanted to be a nurse literally directly after I had graduated from my first degree. But a lot of people had already, been in a whole different career field, different people from different like fields and like different experiences, people who are in their, 28, people who are 32, 35, 40, 45. I even had a classmate that was my mom's age, that was like 50 something. So you have these people who have, gone down a different path and decided that, even though I've spent all this time in this other area, like nursing is what I want to do. They're so sure about it. And it was just nice to be surrounded by a bunch of other people who were also just so sure about what they wanted to do. I mean, technically, they were so sure that they left their current field and paid a whole lot of money to get this education for a whole nother field. So I'm pretty sure you're kind of, at that point, you're kind of sold that you want to be a nurse. So it's really nice to just be surrounded by those people. I mean, man, like when you go to class, you know how in college, like in undergrad, you got people like sleeping, people that are like mad their parents made them pick this field that they don't want to be in, people that are unsure, I don't know if this is what I want to do. Like, you know, it was nice. These people like were like so sure. And you've seen that in like the level of focus, like in class, everyone is like zoned in. Everybody's asking questions. Everybody's answering questions. You know, the study groups were fire. The, you know, group projects were fire. Like nobody was just like, oh, you know how people like slack off in group projects and stuff? It wasn't like that. It was like people were all so engaged and so like into it. And it was so dope to be in a program where everybody's just like in it to win it, down for the cause. Like it was great. So I love that about the experience. And I feel like it might not have been the same if I was in, you know, regular like undergraduate degree program. But anyways, so yeah, that's the 4 reasons why I really loved my ABSN program experience. And not only just like the type of program, like the fact that it was an ABSN program, but also the program I went to. It was the bomb. I went to Shenandoah University. It's in Northern Virginia, and they had like a main campus and they had a satellite campus. I went to the satellite campus, which is like an hour outside of DC because I love DC. That's, you know, where I got my undergraduate degree. I wanted to be close to my friends. Anyways, so that itself, although like, you know, I'm talking about ABSN programs in general, but my ABSN program in particular, man, just major shout out because everything about my experience was so great. It was so bomb. I had the best faculty, the best classmates, the best clinicals, you know, and this was through a pandemic too. Like I started my program in fall of 2019. That's right before everything got cracking with COVID. And I feel like the way they handled it, the way they still like worked so hard to make sure we had clinicals, like it was hard for everybody. And I just feel like so appreciative and so grateful. You know, I know people who had their whole like nursing semesters canceled through COVID and they like fought tooth and nail to make for sure we had everything we needed to make sure we got our education, we got our clinical hours, make sure we graduated, got our NCLEX. It was the bomb. And I think our class had like a really high NCLEX pass rate too. So I can't say enough good things about my program. If you're thinking about going to an ABSN program, Shenandoah University, circle that at the top of your list. But anyways, that was a sidebar. Anyways, that's my 4 reasons why I loved my ABSN program experience. If you want to hear more about my nursing experience, my journey, how I got here, what I've learned, what I'm learning, all of the above, definitely be sure to subscribe. I make a new video every single week. If you want to follow along, hit subscribe, turn on your notifications, whatever you want to do. Also leave a like so someone else can see this video too. But thanks again so much for watching and see you in the next one.